I see a lot of videos about Carv from Carv, some reviews, and content from sponsored athletes. And by athletes, I mean these people really do know how to carve. What I haven't seen and what I thought might be interesting for people considering Carv is to see someone truly mediocre use the system throughout a ski day and all the feedback Carv gives. So in this video, I will take you through just a regular day of skiing here in Colorado, where I keep Carv turned on the whole day. You will see me ski while Carv gives me feedback that you will also be able to hear. This is more or less how I would normally use the system, but I should point out that I am still figuring out what the best way to use Carv 2 is, since there were quite a few changes from Carv 1. I outlined them in my first impressions video that I will link down below. Before we start, let's just talk real quick about where I am. When I say mediocre, you guys, I am not being self-deprecating or intentionally humble. Do you see the way I'm skiing? I consider myself an intermediate skier, and I have never formally learned how to carve. Here in North America, I have been focusing so much more on getting good at skiing ungroomed terrain, skiing steeper stuff, and I have spent as little time as possible on groomed runs because I am frankly scared of them. I don't like going fast, and I don't like it when people go fast around me. This is a big reason I got Carv, and I really believe that I am the target demographic for it. I am not sure how much I have improved through my 50 days of usage, but here's just a little taste of what I normally look like skiing. I don't have a ton of third-person view videos, so I apologize for that, but I think you can get an idea from these. Today we are at Keystone bright and early. It is very cold and a little overcast, but it's been snowing quite a bit lately, so I am feeling pretty good about the conditions today.
All right, you guys, we are going to start on Carv, and I like to start with the monitor mode, and I like it to monitor my skiIQ, just so I get kind of a baseline of how I'm doing. So, let's go.
Hey Angelina, let's dive in. I'll read out your skiIQ score, turn by turn.
Okay, I really hope that's loud enough for you all to hear. So I noticed recently that they are eliminating more and more bad turns, I guess. Like right now, it's not really telling me anything. I think it's getting a little better at not bugging you when you're on flats, but we shall see. We're gonna head to Silver Spoon, just warming up. This is legitimately my first run of the day. I'm feeling super cold right now, like in terms of how warmed up I am. So
112, 116, 124, 131, 119, 135.
whoa!
106, 131, 126, 115, 130, 126, 130, 128, 117, 134, 125, 131, 124, 120, 124, 130, 128, 128, 136, 126.
Okay, let's stop real quick. See what it says?
129. skiIQ 128.
So that's actually not terrible for me lately. That's about where I sit usually. If I'm lucky, I get kind of low 130s.
124, 121, 128, 134, 129, 129, 125, 124, 122, 124, 112.
You see, this is what annoys me. It still evaluates me, but when it's just reading out numbers, it doesn't bother me that much.
99.
Oh, there it is.
Nice one, Angelina. Let's work on max edge angle. Max edge angle is the amount you are able to tip your skis onto their edges. Max edge angle is crucial for controlling your speed and turn radius for all turn types.
I actually get this advice quite a bit, and it's a little annoying because it's just kind of telling you, okay, you need more max edge angle and explaining why it's important, but it's not really telling you how to get a higher max edge angle. I know I'm supposed to get a higher max edge angle, and I've known that for the entirety of using Carv basically, and even before that. But knowing that I need to do that and actually being able to do it is an entirely different thing. Like, you can't just be like, oh, look at what Michaela Schifrin does when she's skiing, and then knowing all of that and understanding of mechanics, you can just ski like her. That doesn't work like that. Let's take a look at what. Okay, this is the best one. Not a lot of carving going on. Turn shape, edging, max edge angle, not great. So yeah, it wants me to work on max edge angle. So let's try to do this the way that Carv wants us to do it and use active coach.
Hey Angelina, let's kick things off.
And
Hey,
do
Angelina,
auto.
Let's do this. Your max edge angle target is 3 degrees. Let's see if we can beat that today.
So I don't know if I heard that right, but I think it wants me to start at 3 degrees. All right, lofty goals. It's gonna be a little challenging here with the amount of people on Schoolmarm, but we're gonna turn off in just a bit. We're just gonna do some small, crappy turns.
Boosting target to 27 degrees. 10 turn straight. Boosting target to 31 degrees. Turn straight. Boosting target to 34 degrees. 24 turn straight.
Yeah, you see, it doesn't like it anymore when I'm on flats. It's a little frustrating, you know?
Adjusting target to 31 degrees. 10 turn straight. Boosting target to 40 degrees. 10 turn straight.
Oh, looks like I'm at 40 degrees. Whoa! All right.
skiIQ 122.
I wish it would tell me how I'm doing with the focus metric. Okay, we're gonna try something else. I am going to switch to this like custom mode where you can still use active coach, but I'm just gonna have it tell me everything that it can tell me. So I'll give you guys a pretty good idea of what all of this might sound like.
Custom selected. Hey Angelina, ready to kick things off. Your max edge angle target is 22 degrees. Let's
Okay.
see if we can beat that today.
This is supposed to be the perfect kind of slope for Carv, even though I'm a little apprehensive. Woo.
Boosting target to 38 degrees. 10 turn straight. Boosting target to 41 degrees.
Rocket sound.
skiIQ 118. In groomed conditions.
Seriously?
Picture how a motorcycle racer tilts their bike to turn sharp corners. Your skis will turn more sharply at higher edge angles. So lean into the turn like a motorcycle racer.
So I don't know why every time I train for the specific metrics, my ski IQ always goes down. I don't really get it. I'm usually not a huge fan of using this kind of like, you know, adaptive mode. So we're gonna change up the custom and go just monitor mode. So it'll still give you like all this other stuff like skiIQ, focus metric score, achievements, terrain type. And instead I'll get to have turn-by-turn feedback so I know exactly what's happening when I'm doing
Custom
it.
selected.
Okay, that was okay, but
skiIQ 119. In
I
room
could
conditions,
not
max edge angle is
hear.
important as it helps control turn speed and shade. High max edge angles are a sign that you are able to align your body effectively against these turning forces.
Let's do another
and control
segment.
your speed in any terrain. Your max edge angle is 43 degrees.
Okay, this is the weird thing. You guys heard it tell me 41, right?
17.
But it told me my max was 30 something. I don't really know what that means. It deleted it maybe?
34, 33, 34, 30, 22, 24. Nice work, Angelina. Let's keep working on max edge angle. Do not push your skis away from your body. Keep tipping your skis until you find the balance point of grip in the snow before the skis break away.
Okay, we're gonna do some
102,
trees and see what Carv thinks.
116, 120, 126, 105, 93, 117. skiIQ focus on max G-force.
Honestly, very generous
G-force
given how
measures
crap
the
I'm
force you
skiing right now.
experience when you accelerate during a turn. High G-forces make turns more exhilarating. 88, 97,
Okay,
114,
need to look a little bit
97,
further ahead.
104, 110, 131, 112, 99, 108, 94, 109. skiIQ 109. In uneven conditions, to maintain balance in uneven snow, keep your hands up and forward with elbows flexed to keep your upper body stable. Try to mimic the way a boxer would be prepared in a fight. 112, 108, 105, 111, 110. skiIQ 111. In uneven conditions, tightening up your core is important when in uneven snow. If you're feeling confident, practice skiing a few runs without your poles. This will force you to engage your core. 121, 110, 98, 115. skiIQ 110. In groomed conditions, experiencing higher G-forces through your turns is an exhilarating feeling.
You pick.
Practicing managing these forces at faster speeds will give you a greater sense of control and balance in your skiing. 2, 106.
I also
10,
often forget
123,
that I don't have to turn in the troughs
115,
of the bumps.
125, 110, 123, 114,
Like,
117.
sure, sometimes, but
117,
don't have to.
111, 105, 119, 132, 110, 118, 109, 120, 113.
I think I'm doing a little better.
skiIQ 114. In uneven conditions, when skiing in uneven snow, it's vital to keep your legs in sync, moving
see?
together. Try to imagine you are holding a glove between your boots.
Okay, that's not bad advice. So, you see, I felt decent doing that. Much more comfortable when I'm on any groom runs, but if I just hear this like 114 score, I'm not feeling very good about my skiing. Even though I'm really just warming up after a long break in the lodge, not long break of skiing, but I don't know. It's just you can see how you manage a segment. You feel pretty good about how smooth you sort of were, and then Carv just tells you, wah wah. You know, it's It's not great. I know it's my fault for turning it on, but you know, just to illustrate how it could be somewhat unhelpful.
121 121 123 10 116 123 112 109 122 119. Way to go. You got a 121 skiIQ. That's a new best skiIQ on this run.
Okay, not
Look
bad.
ahead to find patches of snow that will be easier to turn on. Line choice is a crucial part of skiing in chalk conditions. You can make your life much easier by aiming to turn on smoother parts of the terrain. 108 98 99 111 110 122 120 125. skiIQ 116. In uneven conditions, in uneven snow, it often helps to keep your speed up.
Uneven.
Try skiing with a more open, flowing turn shape to maintain
that's
rhythm
fair.
and momentum, helping you to punch through choked up snow.
Okay, let's
116.
try to make some
124
bigger and more
8
confident turns
105
since we are
117
totally
120
able to do that here.
108 110 121. In Moguls.
In Moguls. I'm surprised. All right. These are actually really nice. I love this run.
119 103 115 122 130 113 111 114 115 117 117
My ankles.
130. skiIQ 115. In Moguls, try to look 2 bumps ahead. This gives you the chance to
That's really
anticipate
good advice.
rather than react to the terrain that's coming up.
You know, I often have to remind myself to look 2 moguls ahead, especially when it's like still pretty early in the season. I'm still kind of nervous about obstacles, so I'm like not looking super ahead, but that's always helpful. Right now I'm just gonna try to remind myself to pole plant a little further, keep my hands in front, and commit, push on my shins, all the good stuff.
113 113 110 125 125 118 118 117 133 118 110 115 116 111 113 119 116 117 111 106
Wait,
113
Can we-
83 103
Yes.
96 90 83
can.
96
avoid the annoying cat track. Yes.
113
This is nice. We avoided the cat track. Well, that one at least.
skiIQ 113. In groomed conditions, keep the zipper of your jacket perpendicular to the slope without
That
letting
was
it
not
tip
groomed.
to withstand the G-forces throughout the turn.
Honestly, I feel like when I ski better, it just thinks I'm groomed. It's groomed. I think even more so in ungroomed terrain, Carv gives you pretty generic advice. That's not to say that the advice isn't very good. I thought what I said about looking 2 moguls ahead is really good. I always try to do that. I have to remind myself all the time. But I feel like, you know, because it can't actually look at you and see what you're doing, it can only see your feet basically. I feel like that's why it can only give you generic advice. We're gonna do my favorite run at Keystone lately. Hopefully I still like it today. The other day, Christmas Day, actually, it was so good. I was floored. So, just hit a bunch of things. It's okay. Just gotta get through some ugly parts. Okay. Keep it nice and loose. I love this run. Honestly, I'm totally into the occasional little trees that are in here. Okay, let's take a break.
skiIQ 116.
So when I'm doing stuff like this, I like to turn off the turn by turn usually, and just try to enjoy myself a little bit. And I also try not to take the skiIQs and all this other stuff too seriously. Like, if I hit 120, I'm usually pretty happy. And I actually just realized what it doesn't like by a lot is my turn shape. And, you know, I'm kind of not focusing so much on turn shape when I'm in these. I'm just trying to go where I need to go, you know? Anyway.
I hope this video gave you guys an idea of what it's really like skiing with Carv 2. I have gone through pretty much all of the different modes at this point. Obviously, you can also do a lot of these same modes with many more focus metrics and not just max edge angle. I often like to work on transition weight release as well because my scores on groomed runs are low and they help me keep it light in the bumps. I'm honestly really bummed that I cannot show you what Carv 1 was like. There was so much going on that I felt like I needed more time before I can properly review it, but there were a lot more cool things to show previously and now it's too late. Side note, in case you were wondering about how loud Carv's voice seemed, I placed my phone next to a microphone. In reality, I could barely hear it myself. Anyway, here is kind of where I am at with Carv. With Carv 1, I still sometimes got frustrated, not really understanding what I wanted, but there was always something that I could work on that advanced me further and made me feel good about progressing. As I mentioned in my last Carv video, I used the challenge and training modes a lot. Just to give you guys an example of something that was really helpful, there was a balance training mode that went from level 1 through 20. For each level, you get a specific static target. While you're trying to beat that level, you get success and fail sounds similar to the active coach mode, although for some reason those were way less annoying. All you have to do is hit the target 10 out of I think 16 turns to progress, and once you have passed that level, you can repeat it whenever you like. A seemingly subtle difference on paper, but this way of leveling feels way more rewarding than active coach. The best part was, for this training mode specifically, it will actually tell you what you're doing wrong in real time in a way that I believe is much more meaningful. It will, for instance, tell you, right now you're too backseated, or right now you're too forward. Getting this type of feedback really helped dial things in for me. Even when I was stuck at a level, it wasn't that big of a deal. I would either try to beat that level or just go down level and see if I can maintain it there, and have Carv give me the feedback about my balance. While I didn't necessarily get better at carving from this specific mode, it was really helpful for my skiing in general. I turned this on many times in ungroomed terrain as well to check myself. And now with Carv 2, I feel like it's giving me more generic advice for whichever metric I select or it wants you to work on. I think you would agree based on the feedback that it has given me in this video so far. It tends to tell you over and over again why the metric you're on is important and also your current target, not where you are on average or what your best score for that metric is. I have no frame of reference for what that literal moving target it gives me means, and I have no way to choose my own target based on what I observe in my metrics, which again, I have to keep track of in my head because there is no way to see your best or average from the app. And when it does tell you how to get better at the metric, it's pretty generic advice, or sometimes ones that are a little odd, like imagine you're showing the writing under your skis to people on the side of a run, or imagine you're jumping between trampolines. I don't know about you guys, but I don't find that particularly helpful. I actually like the advice it gave on Moguls more, including where it incorrectly identified segments as uneven instead of moguls. However, none of the advice I received had anything to do with what I was actually doing. They were just general advice that I could get for free on YouTube. For example, looking 2 moguls ahead is awesome advice, and it's something I remind myself over and over again, but it's not exactly something I need to spend hundreds of dollars to have Carv tell me. Right now, I like Carv as a measuring tool, but I have a really hard time understanding what I need to do to actually improve my carving and therefore my score. I think the only way I can improve now is if I take some lessons that focus on carving, because I can't seem to get anywhere with what Carv is telling me. I can see how Carv 2 is way more useful for people who already know how to carve, and those seem to be the people who are really loving it given the improvements in the hardware. Carv, if you're watching this, please bring back the training modes as quickly as possible. When I first discovered these, it was when I really started to enjoy using Carv and felt like it was always helping me in some way. And now I miss it so much. I know a lot of people share the same sentiment, and kudos to the Carv team for being very active on social media and listening to these concerns very patiently. From what I've seen, it sounds like some version of the training modes will be making a comeback. And to that, I will just say I am excited to see what that looks like. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I would love to hear more of your thoughts on Carv and how you like to use it down in the comments. I know I have been a little negative in these videos, but I think it's only natural to be disappointed when it feels like a product is taking a step back. And I know I'm not alone. I still think there is a ton of potential with Carv, and I am truly rooting for them to turn things around. Hopefully by the end of the season.